Okay, so Tim broke this, and apparently it's breaking news, but I don't think it's breaking news because I think that Zuck talked about this in an interview or in testimony, right? It's
Hmm.
basically Tim Pool revealed that the DHS colluded with big tech to censor people. Things such as the Hunter Biden laptop, which we all knew happened, but it, we didn't have
We,
confirmation.
we should give credit where credit is due. I think he was quoting The Intercept,
He was
right? And
quoting The
this,
Intercept, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But then I remember stuff like this being said from Zuck months ago, where he said the DHS said, hey, you should probably do X, which meant
Hmm. Hmm.
censor this topic, meaning Hunter Biden laptop. And Facebook went ahead and did it. But now it's confirmed from The Intercept because I feel like, well, this is Tim's speculation. Because Musk took over Twitter, he's going to have access to these records. So he might just spill the beans and say, hey, did you guys know that when Twitter censored the Hunter Biden laptop story, that was on the behest of the U.S. government, the Department of Homeland Security. They flagged stories, and this was kind of like quiet part said out loud in a press conference at the White House. The White House, the government, they can flag stories, and big tech will just collude and say, "Oh yeah, yeah, we'll cover that up. We'll silence it. We'll censor it."
I mean, okay, so that would that be the left hand not knowing what the right hand is doing because Trump was in power at that time, right?
It was, in fairness, we have to say that Trump was in power at the time. So either this is okay, Trump is just full on board with this sort of stuff, or we can say that the deep state is alive and well and doesn't have to tell him about all of this stuff. So I
Hmm.
don't know which is true, but it does have overlap with the Trump presidency, right? So this
Yeah.
is like, you know, at first, here's how they always get you. At first, the departments were meant to safeguard against foreign misinformation. Like if the Russians want to do something, here are our safeguards. We'll talk to Facebook and tell them, hey, this is Russian misinformation. You should censor this. Oh, lo and behold, once you put something into place, once you put a program into place and people have power, what happens, boys and girls? People abuse the power. Always. That's always what happens. Why do you need so many examples for you to finally learn that that's what happens? They abused it. So now it's not just Russian misinformation, it's any kind of misinformation. And so the DHS lets Facebook know, lets Twitter know, lets YouTube know that, you know what? We think all this talk about Hunter Biden's laptop, misinformation. You should probably ban people that talk about it. You should probably deplatform it. You should probably shadow ban it. Whatever you guys got to do, go ahead and do it. Cause yeah, it's misinformation. It's for we're protecting democracy. So there you go.
What's your sense of how important this story is that that Tim broke? Because for me, Tim dials everything up to a 10.
I
So
know he's guilty of dialing everything up to a 10, but I feel that this is actually a 10. This is
so
actually a
yeah,
10
okay, yeah.
because it actually
Th-
confirms what everybody was saying. But you can't just say it. People just dismiss it as conspiracy theory, right? But here is evidence that this is what's happening. And here's what I would like to say. I want somebody, maybe you, maybe somebody else, to write some sort of script, write some sort of program, all right, to catalog all the dumb fucks in the past 5 years who've said, whenever somebody raises the whole, hey, Twitter is censoring you, Facebook is censoring you, isn't this a problem? All the dumb fucks, all the people with double digit IQs who said, actually, that's a private corporation, and therefore that's not a First Amendment issue. So, yeah, that doesn't qualify as a free speech issue. Try again. Okay, can we get all of these people's names? Can we catalog everything they said? Which, it's all a variation of what I just said, right? Can we catalog it and can we just do an endless I told you so and embarrass these fucking idiots? What do you have to say now? The government is literally colluding with big tech to silence certain opinions. So, can you tell me again? Tell me again. how it's actually not a free speech issue because private companies can do what they want. Oh, is that right? Oh, is that right? Oh, you're stupid. So okay. So here's how it works. Your IQ is lower than mine, much lower. Okay, and you assume that these private companies did this of their own. It had nothing to do with the government. The government didn't come and whisper in their ear or anything like that. None of that happened. It was just
Well,
total.
okay.
It's totally just Twitter
To be
acting on their own, and you thought
yeah.
that's how it happened because you're stupid.
To be fair, I thought it was just social justice warriors run in high places at big tech colluding
I
with
didn't
each
think that.
other.
I didn't think that.
Okay.
I think there was at
Okay.
least some communication between people in government and big tech. They're in bed.
Okay.
They're in bed together. So hey, it doesn't even need to be like a formal channel. And it seems like even there was a formal channel, but it doesn't even need to be that. An informal channel even qualifies as, hey, this is government overreach. This is a free speech issue because the government is influencing the public square and the people who control the public square. So yeah, that's a free speech issue, guys. And you either just didn't want to accept that or you just want to hide that to, hide the dirty shit your side was doing. So either you're corrupt and you're willfully trying to hide it, or you're just stupid. So which is it? You have two choices. You can choose to be a dumb fuck, or you can choose to be corrupt and evil. Those are the only two choices. But now it's clear that you're one of those two. It should have been obvious that yeah, the government was colluding with big tech to influence an election. They didn't want it. They didn't want us to talk about Hunter Biden's laptop. I wonder why. You know what they called it? Oh, how convenient. What did they call it? Russian misinformation. Totally false. We know that's totally false right now. We know the entire contents of the laptop are real. It's nothing to do with Russian misinformation. Now, maybe the Russians helped bring it to light. That's possible, but facts are facts, right? You don't when you have a whistleblower that whistleblows on somebody doing bad things, you never say like, well, what were the whistleblower's motivations? No. They have whistleblower protections, correct? Because the thing that they revealed is in the public interest. Therefore, they have whistleblower protections. Same thing here. This is not misinformation in any sense of the word, and yet you are allowed to call it that. And maybe now you can backtrack and just say, oh, well, ooh, whoops. I guess it was not misinformation. Oh, convenient. The election is over. That's so awfully convenient, right? Fuck you. No, seriously, fuck you. So no, I won't accept that. I need you to admit. If you're not going to admit it, I'm just going to hammer this home. You're either A, willfully evil and corrupt and try to unduly influence an election, or you're a fucking retard. It's got to be one of the two. So you have a choice. I'm a fair and magnanimous human being. So I'll allow you the choice. You can choose to either be a retard or to be willfully evil. I'm waiting. Go ahead and choose one. That's it. This proves it. But it was already proven before. Am I crazy? Didn't Zuck say that he was advised by the DHS to censor the laptop story? He did, right?
Right.
This was a long time ago.
Right. Or I don't know, about a long time ago, a few months ago, maybe.
I guess that's not as, conclusive as whatever just came out now, but come on.
That's the thing. There's just this torrent of information. I'm not sure what pieces of evidence are the actual, the word that I like to use is bombshell.
There's just nonstop bombshells, right? There's just going to be nonstop bombshells. I think that's how it's just going to happen for us.
It'll be funny if we start to see, a torrent of these articles that are kind of like analogous to the Atlantic one, the let's declare a pandemic amnesty.
Yeah.
If we'll see like analogous articles